really excited to be here today. The Lord has put some really, really big things in my heart that I'm so excited to share with y'all today. Just a little introduction for those I don't know. I'm Karen Baker, and I am married to Joe. We have been married, we've actually known each other. We met 15 years ago today on Cinco de Mayo. And we have been married for 12 years. We have 3 children. We have an 8-year-old son, Luke, a 4-year-old son, Jack, and a 2.5-year-old daughter, Haley. Haley came to our family via foster care, and the Lord brought her to us, and as of March this year, through adoption, and we were able to finalize our adoption with her, which was really, really exciting. But today I just want to share a little bit about our story. Just excited to share mainly some of the ways that the Lord has carried me, changed my heart, grown, stretched me, revealed things in my heart that I had no idea that were there, just through foster care and walking in obedience to Him and stepping outside of my comfort zones. So several years ago, the Lord began burdening our hearts for foster care. He actually started with my husband. I kind of had thoughts of adoption, and he was more on the foster care route. And I was honestly, it scared the living daylights out of me. It was not something that 3 or 4 years ago, if you had told me this is the path our family would take, and I would have told you were crazy. But I share that just to show you how the Lord has grown and changed my heart in so many different ways. Honestly, what began as a desire to provide a loving, stable, God-filled home for a child in need, it turned out to be a journey that has stretched our hearts in ways that we never could have imagined and taught us things, changed us, honestly. And I just kind of wanted to share some of those specific ways. We received our first placement. We went through the training and received our first placement in July of 2014. A little blue-eyed, blonde-haired little 10-month-old baby girl came into our home, very quiet. And our lives have never been the same. Soon after she was placed with us, we were asked if we would be open to adopting her. We did not get into foster care just to adopt, but we knew very early on that, of course, we would be open to adopting her. We had a very abnormally peaceful journey of process with just the exception of a couple of little surprises along the way, but looking back, God used those to change my heart, change my husband's heart. I actually have a specific story. I don't know if she is here today, but yes, she is. So I have been with the same huddle group essentially for 4 sessions now. And so they have, the very first one that I began leading, we had just gotten Haley. And so, goodness gracious, they have prayed alongside me through a lot of stuff, and they have heard me share my heart. Not always super pretty things that I have shared, but I can remember we were just, moving right along, headed towards adoption, and in April of 2015, we went to a court case that we thought was going to be termination of parental rights, and a biological parent showed up out of nowhere and just absolutely rocked our world. And I can remember coming to my huddle and just sharing my heartbrokenness and my fear, and just wondering, God, what are you doing here? Because you led us this way, and now it looks like we're going this way. And my precious friend Cassie, I can remember her sharing with me, you just never know if this is God's way of bringing this person into the story, into your life, and you have an opportunity to minister to them. And I share that with you because that was my heart then, and now I love this man. And I'm so excited to be building a relationship with him, and he is my daughter's biological father, and I love having the opportunity to meet with him and just in little ways that the Lord provides, share the Lord with him. And so that was not me. My flesh was not there, and the Lord carried me to that place. Another example, I went to an open adoption class about a year ago, and just through the stories that were told through that class, things that were shared, truth that was spoken over our group. God just used it to reveal some really ugly stuff in my heart. I realized that even though I would never say it out loud, just the truth that God sees all of us the same exact way, and he loves each of us and wants each of us just the same. And I immediately came home and opened up communication with Haley's birth mom, and what he has done to encourage me in that and keep me, and it is not my flesh. I just have to also be transparent in saying that, I can get an email and my original fleshly response is not great. And then the Lord just, as I continue to press into him and be in his word, he just really grows and changes my heart through that. Earlier this year, I was riding down the road, had a very rare situation where it was quiet in the car. There was no children. I could think to myself, and the Lord just really put on my heart the magnitude of our situation and how, number one, abnormally peaceful our process was with Haley, and the fact that we have all of this birth family that is respectful to us and kind, and we are able to build a relationship with them. And the words, "Do not waste this," just came loud and clear. And I just remember bawling because the Lord speaks to me through his word all the time, but it was the first time that without a doubt I knew he was saying those words to me. And just what an opportunity I have to not only pour truth into this baby girl who is in our home, but all of these family members now that we are connected to forever. It would be so easy for my flesh to walk away. March 10th of this year, she officially became my daughter, and I have the choice where I can walk away and say, we'll see you later, she's mine. But the Lord continues to remind me, she is not yours. She belongs to me, just like all of your children, and I have given to you not for you to receive joy, but your joy comes from me, and you have this opportunity to share me, that joy that I give you to share me with her family. It has been an incredible lesson on holding all of my children loosely, and I'm so thankful for that. All of that being said, I just encourage each of you just to press into the things that the Lord might be calling your family in, whether it's foster care or whatever it may be, especially if it's out of your comfort zone, because most of the time it is. And it's not going to be easy, and I share with you that 100% those who are close to me, my sweet mama is here. I mean, she has heard my heart through the ugly stuff, and then just how he has changed it all along the way. The joy that I have received from walking in obedience, and it's just been little things so far, but because I've already seen and just tasted a little bit of his goodness in that, it spurs me on to continue. The closeness that I have gained to him as he's carried me through those times when my flesh wanted something different. The faithfulness that I have experienced just firsthand from my Heavenly Father as I think of the different ways that he has carried me. And then the confidence that I've gained just to stand on his promises, to just know that this is the absolute, I'm holding my Bible, that's why I keep holding on, this is the absolute truth, and the confidence that I have to stand on these promises. And then most importantly, the eternal perspective that he's given me, that we are just here for such a short time, and whatever he calls you to, he brings certain people into your life for a purpose. He has brought these people into my life for a purpose, and it is every day that I wake up, every day that he puts breath in my lungs, he has purpose for me in that and for our family. And so whoever he puts along your path, I just encourage you to not let the distractions of this world and the enemy to step in and deter you from that course, that you'll just wake up each day with a renewed passion to share him with others. And then I just have a couple of verses that I want to share that just in recent weeks have really ministered to me. The first one is James 4:14. And this just goes back to how short our lives are and how important it is for our hearts and our minds to constantly be focused on eternity, because this is so short and all of this stuff is wasting away. And it's James 4:14, and in this James just shares, what is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. And so I'm constantly thinking about that. Our lives are just a vapor. And then the other one is Ephesians 5, and it's verses 14 through 17. And this one really just wakes me up. Awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of your time, because the days are evil. And that just sticks with me every day I wake up, and it's not always good and it's not always pretty, and I get distracted so easily. But the more I lean into this and the less that I lean into the world, the more he carries me and the more passion I have and the more excitement I have to share that with those that he puts in my path. So thank y'all for letting me speak today.